Happy anniversary, everybody! It's been officially 6 months since the last Nintendo Direct! Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Yeah? Oh, you guys disgust me. That is pathetic. Hope you enjoyed that little intro. As you can tell from that, it's been nearly 6 months without any news from Nintendo about their up and coming title. So I'm just going to play a bit of Mario Tennis and talk to you about why there's been this massive drought. So back in September we got a pretty beefy direct telling us through details of Animal Crossing 2019 and the announcement of Luigi's Mansion 3 coming to the Switch in 2019. Along with a few minor additions such as Town from Game Freak being announced, this consolidated Nintendo's 2019 to be an absolute banger for the system. So that was the last major direct from Nintendo of 2018, with a small appearance at the Game Awards announcing Joker, but nothing major. That was the end of Nintendo's 2018 direct. Then we get into January, with major leaks coming out weekly about directs, yet nothing come to consolidation. And now, February. So here we are at the start of February, and we still have no more news, with the September direct being nearly 6 months ago. But now I reckon I've come up with a reason why this has happened. Shut it! You don't know any better! Dab on the haters!
Dab on the haters!
Dab on the haters! I hate myself for saying that. Anyway, if you can just blot that from your memory, we'll get onto the theory. So, my theory is, they're holding off on a February direct to announce a new Nintendo Switch Mini or a Nintendo Switch XL. I reckon this is because all the people, including my little brother, who got a Switch brand new this Christmas, if they then received, literally 2 weeks after Christmas, a new mini Switch, which was so much cheaper and affordable, which they would have preferred, people would be pretty angry. So, out of the Switch Mini or the Switch XL, I think the Switch Mini is a lot more likely than the Switch XL. This is just mainly because we're getting the brand new Pokemon game, which I'm particularly hyped about, and the new Animal Crossing 2019, which we saw in the September direct. These two are both franchises which have always been on handheld consoles. I think basically Animal Crossing might have been a long while ago, but recently they've been on handheld consoles and will be hugely popular. So if they can give a cheaper Switch, which will appeal to more mass market people, they would definitely sell like gangbusters. On top of this, they can do some brilliant crossovers with a Pokemon themed Switch Mini. So like they did with the Let's Go games, but do a smaller one at a cheaper price, which includes the game, and maybe even the Pokeball Plus if they decide to carry that across. However, I'm not ruling out a Switch XL, because having larger Joy-Cons could be really good, because one of the major complaints about the Switch, which is putting quite a few people off who are maybe older gamers, is because the Joy-Cons are too small. So for younger people, which is why I think the Switch Mini will be coming out, because they're younger style games, not saying people can't play it, but younger style games are coming out this year. So if they released ones with bigger Joy-Cons, which attach on the same as the Switch, exactly the same, just maybe slightly more expensive, but bigger Joy-Cons could really transform older games coming across, which, I mean, obviously Metroid's a long way off, but when Metroid games come across and more third-party, 16, 18 rated games start coming across, it could really sell a lot greater than it would do with the Switch by itself. When are we getting this Nintendo Direct? I hear you cry. So I reckon we're looking at later February. Because if they did this, they could do a direct every 2 months, so a February direct, an April direct, and then June at E3, and then maybe a little bit more of a gap then. So I reckon end of February, so maybe the 23rd of February we're looking at. Probably not the 16th, which is the 3rd week of February, but probably the 4th week of February seems quite likely, and the Switch Mini will probably come towards the end of the direct, if it's going to be a thing, just to give a bit of a, and just one more thing they love to do with all their direct. So I've already briefly touched upon my theory about there being a Switch Mini being announced at the end of this direct. But we've also got to remember games. That is always the most important part of these directs. So Animal Crossing 2019 is probably an amazing fit for this. So I reckon they might pair that up, as they'll put that at the end, followed by the Switch Mini. Luigi's Mansion, because you've got to remember Dark Moon was on the 3DS. So I reckon they got to pair that across, but that might be less of a focus. And then Pokemon, I don't reckon we're going to see it, purely because Pokemon Company just like to do their own thing. They might, I don't know, maybe say like, oh, it's still happening, but I don't reckon we'll get a big showing, any new Pokemon, nothing really much like that. I also think they're going to give us a in-depth look at the Switch Mini if they do show it, just because people will be wondering how long it will take, when it will look. Maybe they might not say a release date, but they might look deeper into how the Joy-Cons work. Is there a dock included? Maybe look at a price range. Just give people a little bit more detail and stir up a little bit of hype around it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a little bit of something different. I thought I'd better put this out because it kind of came to me yesterday when I was trying to go to bed. So I thought if I don't say this and it does happen, I'm going to be kicking myself for literally years. So tell me what you think of this. If you think it's absolute rubbish, dislike it and tell me why you disliked it. If you liked it, give it a like and tell me why you liked it, just so I can know, improve. Currently running at daily uploads, so we've been getting uploads for the last week, every single day. So plenty of content to get you into it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, and check out my other videos, show a bit of support, because I'm a brand new channel, just starting out, trying to make my way on YouTube. So from whenever you are in the world, either good morning, good day, or good night.